How are you? And welcome along to the Rusha and Shaban show. Minus a little bit of Rusha. She's no longer with us. May she rest in peace. I'm joking. She's on international duty, but hopefully she'll be back with us next week and we'll have a good chat with her then, because it's been blooming ages. I feel like I haven't sat here and done this in absolutely ages. So I've got so much to talk about, but actually I cannot do this alone. So we have a very, very special guest coming on with us today. Somebody who knows everything about the world of transfers. It's the wonderful Soccer Donna. Hello, Soccer Donna. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, God, you're quiet. Have you hit mute?
No.
Can you hear us, Soccer Donna?
Yeah.
Interesting. You've gone quiet. Oh, say something now.
Hello.
Oh,
there we go.
It was me. I obviously had you on mute. Like we say, anytime Rusha and I have these conversations, we end up doing something wrong technically. Laura,
right.
You are the transfer expert at Soccer Donna. You're the data analyst at Soccer Donna, social media manager, content creator. You do a little bit of everything. It's so good to have you. How are you doing?
Good. How are you? I've been busy. To be fair,
I bet you have been. I mean, Your channel, your social media page is absolutely nonstop.
It is. It's teamwork. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to do it alone. None of us would be able to do it alone. But yeah, we've been trying and we've been growing, which is really good to see.
That's brilliant, and you've got so much to say.
I do.
That I couldn't miss the opportunity to get you on for a chat today, because on a Friday, transfers at this time of the year are non-stop. And I don't know about you, but obviously covering women's football, this seems like a far more booming transfer window than the men, because the men are obviously under PSR restrictions now, whereas the women are now starting to throw money left, right and centre, Laura. So it's quite exciting.
Exactly. Yeah. It's been. I don't know. I feel like the winter transfer window was okay, but this summer, when we only it only opened for the WSL as well.
Yeah.
So sorry, my cats.
Did your cat just hiss at me? She's not.
No, she ran against them. I don't know. No, she's all right. No, we just opened the WSL window as well. So. Everything else is still yet to come.
We will see. I feel we should start yesterday with the news from London City. I mean, wow. I was expecting something. I feel we were due some big news from London City. Of course, Michelle Kang came in towards mid last season, ended up taken over the club, which is the only club not attached to a men's team. So she she's a bit of a disruptor, as Michelle Kang. Yeah. And she comes in, does nothing in the January window, but now has thrown the book at the thing yesterday in this news.
She has been busy as well. I think there was the announcement of the departure of, I think, 9 players. Then she extended 2, or they extended 2, and then should I throw my cats out? Sorry, they're really loud. I don't know if you can hear them.
Is that them hissing at each other? That's
they have this little play, like a playpen, and it's like the material is very loud. So I'm wondering if I should just. They're usually Laura, really quiet when I'm on the phone.
I'm a crazy cat lady like you, so if the cat stays, the cat stays. Okay.
Right. Okay. They might come over later. Anyways. Sorry. So they had the media conference, which I attended with another colleague of mine online. And basically they confirmed that, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Pressure, the PSG manager, is taking over as the head coach. They signed Aslani, which I when I heard of the rumor, I created the graphic and I said, if that goes through, never, ever. But it did. And I was very surprised as well. They have a new training ground. They're having a new stadium. I think they moved to Hayes Lane. It's very good to see, considering their championship, the investment that Kang is. I don't know. I think she's putting her money where her mouth is, and I really like that.
Yeah,
So
no,
she says she's going to do something, and she actually does it. It's really nice.
I mean, and that is brilliant. That's what you want to see in the
Yeah.
women's game. The fact that, you know, someone there wants to invest. Obviously, she's done it right. She owns Washington Spirit. She's brought in Uraldes, who's expected to do very well for them too. And then, of course, her ownership of Leon. They've just hired Joe Montemuro, the former Arsenal and Juve manager.
Yep.
So, yeah, she just likes to go big. And I'm into that. Have you heard anything else, Laura, of who else or what else might be happening for London City this summer?
That's interesting. I wanted to touch up on that one if we talk about United later,
Yeah.
because I haven't heard directly if any player will join, but I have a feeling of a certain United player who might join, who fits the profile.
Oh. Are we thinking Katie Zellum? Because Katie Zellum's just announced that she's leaving.
We're thinking Katie Zellum, yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I can see this. And like we say,
I
we've
can
just got
see
that
it,
cash. I mean, for Manchester United, from what's going on with Sir Jim Ratcliffe speaking over the last couple of days and the lack of interest, shall we put it bluntly, that he's got in the women's team. I mean, what do you think about that?
It's interesting. I just said yesterday to one of my colleagues that we see Michelle Kang in the championship doing whatever she can to be able to put as much in the club for it to be able to get promoted to the WSL and win the WSL. And then you have a club like Manchester United who openly states that their women's team is not a priority. And I think that's, I don't even know how to describe it. It's very, very bad on their end, because they're a team where you would expect them to invest in their women's team, especially. So yeah, not really a fan of what's been going on, but really love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost it's a shame that a club so big and that over the last couple of seasons who we've started to see make waves. Okay, I expected more from them this season in the WSL, but you know, to make it to finals, to win, and you know the cup as well. Sir Jim Ratcliffe had chosen not to go to that game anyway. So that day you kind of knew when Manchester United played on the same day men that it wasn't his priority. But I think for him to sit there and he almost sounded unbriefed, that he didn't even expect to be asked a question about the women's team. So disrespectful to the women's fans and the players.
I think it's one thing. Well, when we heard that he didn't go to the game, we I think every one of us kind of knew that he didn't prioritize the women's team. But then to hear it from him, it's just a different kind of story, you know? Yeah, I agree with you.
Disappointing. What else have you heard then from Manchester United, or what do you expect to happen this window for them?
I mean, we've had the departures of Zellum. We had the departure of Lucia Garcia, who went to Liga MX. We have a rumored departure of Nikita Paris, who had an offer from NC Courage, I believe, last winter, but she decided to stay with United for the cup final. That happened, and then there's the expected departure of Irene, who also had an offer from Tigers Club in Liga MX. Let me think. We had Ella Toon is not. Well, we had a rumor about her going to Barca, and honestly, a few weeks ago, I would have told you never. But in light of recent actions, it's possible, or it's becoming more possible. She's a midfielder, so I'm thinking it doesn't make sense for her to go. It only would, honestly, if Kiera Walsh also goes. So if Kiera Walsh decides to join Arsenal, then I would say the Ella Toon rumor will become more reasonable.
Right. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's a lot to unpack. And then Barcelona, I know Kiera Walsh, Ella Toon, let's say on her. I think she extended with United until 2026, and I'm not sure if she has a release clause because they don't really let us know about that. But Kiera Walsh only has a year left in Barcelona, and we've heard things about Barcelona and their financial situations. And if they are keen on improving that, they would probably have to let her go this summer.
Yeah.
But I haven't really heard any updates other than that Arsenal is interested and there might have been talks.
Interesting. Now, there was another Arsenal player meant to have, well, a player abroad from Barcelona linked to have signed with Arsenal this summer,
Mariona,
right?
yeah. She's
That's not
most
been announced.
likely joining Arsenal.
Right.
She's before they let go of Miedema, we can touch on later. But yeah, I think it's very likely that she's going to join Arsenal this summer.
I mean, Kiera Walsh potentially to Arsenal. Mariona Caldente potentially to Arsenal. Mary Earps is still linked to Arsenal. I mean,
she's not going to join Arsenal.
That's not happening. No, where's that?
No,
going?
I think she had offers from Arsenal, from Real Madrid, and from PSG, and I think it's very likely she will join PSG in the summer. So I don't think Arsenal. I think Arsenal have shifted their focus to Daphne van Domsela from Aston Villa.
I hear this. So, this is looking like it could be done as well.
It's more likely than the whole Earps situation.
Wow. Okay, fascinating. I mean, I can't get over like the Kiera Walsh thing to Arsenal.
Yeah.
I remember last season at the Champions League final, there was rumours on social media then that she may have been going to Arsenal after 1 year at Barca. And anyway, she stayed. Now she's, won the Champions League again. Incredible stuff. What a player. But I'm thinking, well, Kim Little, Leah Volte, okay, they need backup in there because they're players who can sometimes
Your camera is shut off. Is that just for me? Sorry.
Oh, where have I gone?
I don't know.
Where have I gone? Hello? Oh, hold on, I flicked off.
I can hear you. I just can't see you.
Right. Oh, gosh, 1 sec.
Yeah, no worries.
Hang tight, people. This is live. We're live and on air. That happens. This is hilarious how this seems to have just popped off. Do you know what? I'm going to put myself on my Mac, my MacBook, and then we can go from there.
I can see.
There we go. Hi.
There you go.
Sorry about that. I need like a full-time producer in here, someone who's technically gifted to help me with this stuff.
Right.
Put
you
were
CVs saying about Kiera Walsh. Yeah.
Yes, Kiera Walsh. Sorry. I mean, the idea of her to Arsenal now amazes me. I also just don't know how I feel about it. I feel that they're a team who can throw money at anybody, but I don't know if it's the right manager at the same time too.
Yeah, that's another story. I mean, Arsenal, they had not a minor setback, but they did have a few setbacks with Leah Welty still being out on injury. We don't know how long that will take. Palova just yeah, we heard the confirmation of the ACL, so that's another midfielder that's out for probably most of the next season. So bringing in a midfielder would make sense.
Yeah, it's mad though. I mean, imagine Kiera Walsh at Arsenal.
I can.
Alessia Russo up front. I mean, I take it there's no other links there. No, is there any other players linked to
Arsenal?
I'm
trying to think. We had Mariona, we touched on that. We had Kiera Walsh, and then Daphne van Domsela. Yeah, I think that's the top players we've been hearing about. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, this could be a very, very tasty
It
window.
could be, but honestly, I want to say again, Kiera Walsh, nothing's confirmed, nothing's denied, so we don't know. That's just a rumor that would make the most sense right now.
Okay, interesting. Let's just stick with the fact that with Barcelona, Lucy Bronze was confirmed yesterday that she's on her way out. So you're reporting that there's links to Chelsea.
They links to Chelsea, and then earlier we reported about PSG and Manchester City. Honestly, right now Chelsea would make the most sense. They just, well, not just, but they announced the departure of Maren Mjelde, which is also a right back, would fit in with Lucy Bronze just filling in for her. Could be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can see that happening, but again, nothing's confirmed. But that would make the most sense right now.
Wow, jeez, man, it is all go in the WSL. That is all go. And the one thing for me that I mean the transfer that still hasn't been confirmed that I thought would have been confirmed long before now is that of Viv Miedema.
Oh yeah, I would have thought so too.
Man? What's she doing?
I think the two latest contestants, if I can put it like that, for her were, to my knowledge, Manchester City and Bayern Munich.
Back to Bayern?
I'm not sure that will happen. I think most likely City. If nothing really unexpected happens, I feel like she will go to City.
Okay. I mean, I feel like the City thing was looking really, really positive. It felt like for that week at a time, it was announced that she was going to City, and it was all but confirmed by the club. It felt like everybody was so sure. I was so sure that it was going to be done with nothing being confirmed. But then it goes so quiet for such a long time. You're like, oh, well, who really knows? Maybe she wants a quiet summer. You never know.
Maybe. Yeah, and I would think she would want to stay in England. I'm just thinking that she wouldn't want to go abroad at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard, especially in the women's game. You can't talk about it being a personal life thing, but it's easy to look and go, well, when your life and your relationships are so focused in that area, and in your football, your job moves, and you could have the opportunity to stay closer to home, then why would you not do that kind of thing? It's not like you get to take your whole family with you kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know, especially with Beth Mead. I think she still has some time on her contract. It's really, really hard with Arsenal because they never really provide contract length unless we have like a management that's connected to a player that we talk to. We don't know. Usually don't give that, but I think Beth Mead has until at least next summer. So yeah.
Okay. And what about other, say, players or stories that you're allowed to talk about or aware of that you might be sitting on just now? Is there any surprising ones that might be announced?
Surprising ones. I think the one rumor that I can talk about more is the one of Aitana Bonmati, because she will stay at Barcelona.
She will stay?
She will.
Interesting indeed.
I mean, her contract isn't due anyways until next year, but I know there have been some rumors about her going to the WSL. I have no confirmation of that happening.
I mean, she's spoken so positively, hasn't she, Laura, about the WSL, about its progression, about the amount of fans that they're getting, how the clubs are moving in the right direction, something that she hasn't feel that she's seen maybe in Spain as much. And I mean, if anybody's, like, for example, you talk about the money that maybe Arsenal possess in a transfer window, they could throw anything at her, really, it sounds like, without it being a problem.
And I think, well, first of all, the WSL is more competitive. If you look at the Liga F, which is the league in Spain, if you look at the table, I don't know, they have like a goal difference of 100 plus. They have so many points. I don't know how I'm not sure how it works really. I'm not sure how they're able to pull that off. But if you look at the WSL, it was literally up to the last game. And then you have a club like Arsenal who announced that they will have a lot more of their games in the Emirates, which is also really nice to see. And they've continually like selling them out as well. So it's really good progress.
I mean, for a business model, you could look and say to take Bonmati to Arsenal when they're on the cusp of maybe getting back to winning ways next season, but to have her at the Emirates, they've got that cash. You just think, wow, that could be incredible. And it just wouldn't surprise me, Laura, if it happened. I mean, I like what you're saying, that she's linked to be staying at Barcelona, but why not? Why not?
Why
Arsenal?
not?
Why not?
I mean, you never know. I mean, you had Aslani to London City Lionesses. You never know. You never know what's going to happen.
I know, it's absolutely mental.
I feel like that was so random. I was like, what? But yeah, it happened.
I mean, that Aslani news was just, I was like, I mean, my sister, obviously, she plays at London City.
I know, yeah.
She was like, whoa, you know, this is
Did
big.
you know
I mean,
that? Did they know? No, they had no idea. Okay.
No, not a clue. I mean, yeah, no, I think she would have told me at some point if she'd heard anything about that. But I mean, I haven't seen her a lot recently. She's barely been here because it's been the summer holidays and she's been here, there and everywhere. But yeah, she's just as astounded as with the signing and the manager coming in. I mean, Remy Allen had done a lovely job and she'd done the job she'd set out to do. And actually, I thought, they'll reward her. But as we've just discussed there with Michelle Kang, when you're such a force like that, she's come in and she's wanted a bit of a billboard signing. You know, and I think Remy Allen's going to go far. She's a great manager. She's a good person. She's got tons of experience. Yeah. But for them to start to attract then other players and grow that interest, you know, maybe they've done the right thing with this signing.
Yeah. I'm thinking of a signing I could tell you about, but honestly, just the facts are that Manchester City need a goalkeeper. They need one. Arsenal need a goalkeeper. Yeah. They also let go of one. So I'm just looking at positions and possibilities, but other than what I've told you, I know that for United, there might be a lot of things coming for them since they've announced a lot of departures already. And then all I've heard for new signings are Elizabeth Turland from Brighton. And then Mellard will most likely. I mean, she's still in a contract with Lyon, I think, until 2026. Yeah. But she will most likely sign a permanent contract.
Oh, okay.
We'll have to see, but there's still more people going out than coming in, so we'll see.
And who else was I going to ask you about? Oh, yeah. Some people in the comments had been asking before about Mackenzie Arnold. Was there any changes for her coming up? Nothing on Mackenzie Arnold?
I've heard nothing. I don't know. I'm wondering as well.
You're smiling, Laura. You're smiling like you know something.
No, I don't. I actually don't know anything. I think for Mecca, she's done well in the WSL. That's what I can say. Okay. But I have no idea on where she might go. Look.
Oh, look. Yeah. Hello, baby. What's your name?
Yeah. Sorry. Both of them are just all over the place right now. So yeah, Mecca, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I would tell you if I knew anything. I swear to God, I'm just smiling because I don't know. I have no idea where she's going.
Do you know, I don't know about how much you're covering West Ham at the minute, but that's a club that does concern me. You hear what Sir Jim Ratcliffe said so openly and so honestly, I think ignorantly the other day about the women's team and the lack of how much he even cared or planned to care for that press conference when asked about the women's team. I mean, for such a smart businessman, like think smarter, you know, you've got to have a better prepared answer than that. And I think, you know, they should have prepared him for that. But when I look at West Ham, I see what is a worryingly sinking ship, you know, and you bring in Christy Mewis and Katrina Gorey, who I think saved them single-handedly, I think, from relegation, her signing. But if they're not going to support the team, you know, you can't just bring in individual stars and think that'll keep things quiet for a while. If they don't support the team, this team will be relegated next season because we can see that Leicester are starting to pump in money. Okay, now they've got the boost because the men's promotion, they'll have a bigger budget. But I actually worry for the women at West Ham because I think they are just genuinely not being cared about.
I worry for the women at West Ham. I worry for the women at United. I worry so much. I think signing Gory was a really good call.
Yeah.
But I also think it's been unfortunate she's been out with injury for the last bit of the season as well. Who knows? I mean, they could make more of it for sure, West Ham. But I think one step for a positive change or a more positive direction would be actually offering Mecca a new contract.
Okay.
So she would have to stay. But yeah, it's been more worrisome in the WSL than it's been positive, and that's even with news about women playing in the big stadiums and things. Even Arsenal has been a bit troubled lately, but we will see.
Yeah. I mean, we will see, and there's teams like Liverpool who
underdogs. I really like Liverpool and what they've done, especially in the second half of the season. Like I couldn't believe it. And then they were actually able to top United in the table, and that's not easy to do.
Yeah, outstanding progress from them with Matt Beard. Again, they've had big players, names that have departed them this window. I'm wondering if they can get a big pull, a big name come in this window too.
I'm wondering as well. Let me check.
She knows something.
I don't know. I actually don't know. I think Liverpool has been really quiet, to be honest. I haven't really heard a lot about that. My focus has been shifting to United lately in light of everything that's been going on. And then I think I always call them big three or big four, or Chelsea, City, Arsenal, and United. And for Chelsea, we had some rumors as well. But they had departures as well. So we'll see. Everything is still developing, even though the window is open. We haven't really had a lot of confirmations yet from either of these four clubs, I'd say.
Yeah. Okay. Well, exciting times. London City, Mary Earps, what's she doing? Is it PSG, Manchester United? What the hell is Sir Jim Ratcliffe doing apart from very little for the women's team? But Ella Toone, the possibility of her going abroad, the idea of Kiera Walsh coming to the WSL, Lucy Bronze possibly to Chelsea. I mean, where the hell is Viv Miedema going? She's just sitting painting her nails while we wait for a mic drop or a huge bomb to go off somewhere. So we know the absolute details of her move. I mean, I need to know that move.
I know. And I think the biggest question of them all is Sarusha going to play with Katie Zellum next season? We don't know. I think she fit the profile, but we have no idea.
Oh, I'd love to see those two.
I know, right?
Could link up well together, that's for sure. I rate Katie Zellum. I think she's a tidy player. She's a good leader. She's available. She's got experience. I think it would be brilliant to see her to the London City line. I mean, that would be brilliant. Brilliant move for her. Brilliant move for the team.
But that's just my prediction. I haven't heard, but yeah, I think that I'd love to see that as well with Aslani. Who will be captain? Is Rusha going to be captain next season? That's awkward.
Oh, that's a nice thought. I would love her to be captain. If I could be the captain of a team for just like one game, I would love it so much. I'd love her to be captain.
Yeah, is she on about the responsibilities? Is she up for that? But yeah, that's another thing that's still up in the air for London City Lionesses.
Is she responsible enough? I think is the next thought.
That's for you to judge. I don't know.
She's
I don't know her enough.
Absolutely mental.
From what I've seen, yeah.
Well, that would be nice. I like the idea of that. By the way, someone just commented as well. What about Fran Kirby? Linda Salt said that. Fran Kirby, do we know any more on her move?
Kirby.
Perhaps is it America? Maybe.
Everything's possible. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I haven't honestly Kirby. I haven't heard. I don't know. Kirby.
Love it.
If she moves, I think she would move with Mjelde. I don't think she would move on her own. But then again, I think she has like some housing business in London, so why would she move away from that? Another thing to think about.
Okay. Yeah. True.
So I don't know. If it's NWSL, it would surprise me. I think she's for the sport as well. She isn't the youngest. You know what I mean? Like, no offense to her. I think she's a great player, but she's entering an age where you would think about the R word.
Yeah.
As well as Kim Little. Yeah.
Harsh. Yeah.
Sorry.
You never know. I mean, it's very
You
possible. I
never
mean,
know.
she can come with her. That's the thing with Fran. It's a shame because she does have those injuries, those problems, kind of thing that I've been really focused on for the last couple of seasons. But when she's on her day, you know, she's such an impactful player. So you would hope that she would still be able to stick around for another season or whatever. But you just never know. Laura, before I let you go, is there anyone else we need to know about? Anything else that you're sitting on that will keep us ticking over the weekend?
Have a look at United this weekend. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh my God. Oh my actual God. So what are you going to, like, give us a hint.
That's all I'm going to say.
In or out?
Keep your notifications on because United are not done. They're not done yet.
Interesting. Okay. Laura, I love that. From Soccer Donna on a Friday, keeping us posted. Thank you so much for you and the cats for coming on. We do appreciate it.
Yeah.
And
they're both here right now. Hold on, I'll show you the other one just for you.
Oh yeah, let's give them their moment in the sun.
Yeah, come here. Where are you? Here's fucking hell. Here's the other one.
Hello, baby.
Very cute. Oh gosh, they're just not having it right now.
Laura,
Yeah.
it's hot. We'll let them on to their Friday.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for coming on, okay? And hopefully we can do this again soon.
Sure.
Perfect. Laura
Right.
from Soccer Donna, make sure you follow her. Make sure you follow the channel on Twitter and on Instagram and on TikTok, Laura. Is that right?
Oh, we're on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, TikTok. Yeah, we're everywhere. Well,
take your pick. Laura, thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you back here very, very soon.